me crazy. I tell people 30 or 20 minutes a day, 7 days a week. They're like, Michael, I don't have time, but I'll do 5 hours on Saturday. No, I don't care. No, that's not it. You got to see what's happening every day in your buy box, because once you document the buy box on Monday, it really doesn't change that much Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, right? Mm-hmm. There'll be some days that nothing changes. Great. You're done in 3 minutes, but document the changes and move on. Yeah. So again, it was really a time thing, David.
Pastor Zuber is taking us to church right now. I love it. Amen, brother. This is the articulation of what Dave and I have been screaming about. So I love that you're coming in and schooling us all in what is probably the most amazing time I've seen to buy property in the real estate market. And every time I say that, people look at me like my head's on backwards. I'm like, man, this is what you asked for.
Yes.
Like if you decided to invest in something, the goal is to buy low and sell high. You don't just get to buy low because you feel like it. You have to buy low because the conditions indicate an opportunity to do so. So if you decided to invest in real estate, what you asked for was an opportunity to get properties at a discount. And that is exactly what the market is offering you right now. Nobody said it's going to be comfortable when those opportunities are around. Nobody said it's going to be fun. Nobody said it's going to be easy. Nobody said it's going to be a good old time. Actually, everybody said it's going to be everybody who's done it before said it's going to be exactly the opposite. They said it's going to be terrifying and scary and horrible, and you should buy all that you can that makes sense for your wallet and for your buy box and for your market, because you make money in times of pain. And when everybody else decides it's a good time to buy, you should be looking to optimize your portfolio. What should I sell? What should I get rid of? What should I 1031 into something else while it's a good time to get rid of properties? How to maximize on the people who aren't doing this research that Michael is talking about every day. This is investing, not real estate investing 101. Investing 101. Buy low, sell high. So if you think it's uncomfortable right now and you think it's scary, guess what? You're right. Go do it anyway.
I love that.
I love the passion of this episode so far. We're just yelling. We're all agreeing, but we're just yelling at each other.
Well, it's really funny because you're right. I mean, people look at me like I have a third eye when I tell them today's the best real estate market in a decade. They're like, what are you talking about? You're talking your own book. I'm like, come on, guys. What do you want? You want more inventory or less? Oh, of course, I want more. Do you want more or less competition? Well, I want less. And I want more motivated sellers. I'm like, we're 3 for 3. Get out of your own way.
Right. So with that being said, Michael, there's a subset of people listening to this episode who are in the boat that you're talking about. So I think the people who are poised to do the best in this market right now are the ones who have already positioned themselves to be able to take action. But there's a subset of people right now who want to be able to take advantage of this market, and they may not have started to position themselves appropriately to be able to act quickly. What steps should those investors be taking to prepare themselves and ramp up quickly so that they can take advantage of some of these opportunities in this current environment?
Well, the good news is this market will last a while being 6 to 18 months at least. So again, you have time. If you're watching this episode, you still have time to do it. But I'll go back to my earlier buy box discussion. I do not want anybody in my world to just start writing offers blindly. Until you have a buy box, step one, until you can articulate what an average deal in your buy box is, which usually takes 90 days, I don't want you writing squat. You're gambling. Mm-hmm. This is not a time to gamble. I have been there, done that in the .com crisis, and it crushed me. I turned $7,000 into 200 only to see 200 collapse to 40. You want to feel like a miserable loser? Watch 160 grand evaporate because you're gambling.
That sucks. Yeah.
Don't do that. I don't want anybody gambling. So again, get a buy box, get disciplined, look at it every day. In 90 days from now, you can talk to David, Henry, or I and say my average yield is X. Then you can go write deals that produce X plus. That's the process for everybody. And you're right. A lot of people are A lot of people hopefully would be convinced to take action, but you can't write offers until you know what you're doing.
Michael, this is something same concept, but I've called benchmarking. Like, you have to know the benchmark in your area, right? But people struggle with, like, how do you actually go out and do that? So let's talk through that, but we got to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
As a host, the last thing I want to do or have time for is to play accountant and banker. But that's what I was doing every weekend, flipping between a bunch of apps, bank statements and receipts, trying to sort it all out by property and figure out if I was actually making any money. But then I found Baselane, and it takes all of that off my plate. It's BiggerPockets' official banking platform that automatically sorts all of my transactions, matches my receipts, and shows me my cash flow for every property. My tax prep is done, and my weekends are mine again. Plus, I'm saving a ton of money on banking fees and apps that I don't need anymore. Get a $100 bonus when you sign up today at baselane.com/BP. BiggerPockets Pro members also get a free upgrade to Baselane Smart. That's packed with advanced automations and features to save you even more time.
Welcome back to the BiggerPockets podcast. Henry and I are here with Michael Zuber talking about why Michael thinks that this is one of the best times to buy real estate in a decade. And now we're going to talk about how you actually go and take action. Michael said you need to know what the yield is in your market once you've had this buy box. So Michael, talk us through, like, how do people go from designing a buy box to understanding what a good deal actually looks like in the market they're looking at?
Yeah, so the yield calculation is a lot simpler, right? I'm an accountant, econ, MBA, and I had my first Excel spreadsheet way back in the day that was multiple tabs, and it's just chaos. I really boil it down to a very simple spreadsheet, so I'll try to articulate it here. There are really only two numbers that matter to calculate yield, and I'll talk about the denominator first, and the denominator is the bottom number. This is how much money do you have to take out of your bank account to buy an asset and make it rent ready. So in broad strokes, those are three things. One, your down payment. Two, your closing costs. And three, make ready, if any. Sometimes that's zero if it's turnkey. Sometimes it's a big number if it's a full gut rehab. But those are the three numbers on the bottom. On the top is your yearly expected cash flow. So part of this 90-day period, you're going to have to go figure out what the average rent is for your defined buy box. You're going to have to figure out your taxes. You're going to have to figure out your insurance. You're going to have to figure out your reserves and all of your expenses, right? Capital reserve for bad debt, bad tenants, all of those things. What will happen is that rent minus all those things will produce a monthly cash flow. You take that number times 12 because there are 12 months in the year, and that is your top number. So for example, let's say it's $200 a month. So 200 times 12 is 2,400. And just for easy math, let's say the bottom number is 24 grand.